Okay, we've been getting together here for a long, long time to talk about the early days of single sideband, how we got here from way back there. This is K5LYN. My name is Lynn. I'm in Austin. And I'm going to give a little example here right quick before I pick up anybody about why we like to keep these old radios on the air. And that would, in this case, apply to the Collins S line. I picked up this Collins S line way back there in the 1990s, and I recapped it and put it on the air. And got to know some guys on 20 meters called the Spiderweb Net. Talked to them every morning on 20 meters on this Collins S line. After a while, we got together, decided we'd take an Amazon cruise. We put together a D expedition and sailed the Amazon as 5K9AQ. And I got to know those guys for many years. Later into the early years after that, something happened that Osama bin Laden had something to do with, and that was 9/11. And one morning on the Spiderweb Net, I heard one of our guys on this Collins S line, and I was the only one that heard him. He was very weak. He was a pilot for United States U.S. Airways. He was on the ground at Gander, and I talked to him in his airplane on the ground at Gander as they were all grounded there after 9/11 on this Collins S line. And now I keep it on 20 meters for the same thing, but we'll call the net with it this evening. Okay, TXW, talk to us, George, K5LYN.
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week. Also on the S-line equipment, Collins, 32S175, this 3030L1, the power supply, the speaker box, the Shure 444, out to the dipole, fed with 450 ohm twin lead in the woods in the side yard. So that's it. And Lynn, if you have time, I never did ask you, but I'm going to ask you, what HF radios did you use on that Amazon cruise? That would be interesting to know. That's about it. Over.
Yeah, solid state radios, but none of them were mine, so I can't tell you. But that we didn't have any vacuum tube radios, except we did have an amplifier, though. East get over.
Like a SB220?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Well, you know, I've always wanted to do field day with tube radios, but never got around to it yet.
The ship and the radios were powered by a hand-cranked diesel engine, 35 horsepower, and did the job. Okay, KC5L, talk to us, Tom.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and everyone on the net. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio, and tonight we're on the usual here, talking on the Central Electronics 200Z with a D104 microphone, and it's driving the matching 600L amplifier with a single 813, doing about 350 watts into a Johnson KW matchbox, and a homebrew double it up about 15 feet, and we're listening on the R390A. And Lynn, speaking of Collins, I sure do enjoy monitoring the Collins collector mailing list, even though I don't really have a lot of Collins gear. They sure do have a lot of interesting discussion. It should be nice if the Central Electronics had an active mailing list, but I'll just have to make do with the Collins list. Hey, yeah, that's all I have this evening, Lynn. Back to you, KC5L.
There may still be one, but it hadn't been very active. We could look into that, but there was one for a while. I'll see if I can find out and let you know, okay?
I subscribe to that list, but there's no activity on it. But that's all right. I enjoy the Collins list.
Okay, our experience is the same. Good enough. Good to hear you, Tom. Nice signal on your station. KWZ, talk to us, Dan.
Good evening, Lynn, and everybody else on the boat anchors net. This is Dan, KWZ in the middle of Houston. Talking on the same thing I usually do, Kenwood TS-830 with all the attachments, and driving not a homebrew, but it's brought it up to date and rebuilt this B&W L1000A. It's got a pair of 813s in it. I built a bigger power supply for it that I got going finally. So I went from 550 watts to 1200 watts out of this thing, and it works very good. Very happy at that. Works 80 through 10 meters. And I built a cabinet out of, went over and got some sheet aluminum, thin gauge, built a cabinet for it that looks, it's just about the size and looks a lot like a Drake 1A receiver. Skinny, tall, and about 18 inches front to back. I'm hoping I'm really close now to have my Collins S-line back on the air here at a short order, maybe within next week or something like that. But little problem with the transmitter, but got everything else going good. But I don't have much money into it, so that makes it even better. That's all from here, Lynn, KWOZ.
Great signal tonight, Dan. Nice, strong signal. I guess we're enjoying doing the net in the night rather than the afternoon like we did all summer long. Great to hear you. Beautiful signal. AG5XP, bring us up to date, Kenneth.
Well, Lynn, everybody on the net, everybody's sounding good and coming in good. This is Kenny, AG5XP up here in Browwood. Tonight we're on the Collins setup, the KWM2A, 30L1, Parks Plus breaker box, remote BFO, D104, and homebrew W. East Kit 2040 tuner, and that's what we're doing over here. The next project, I'm working on a East Kit SB104, and maybe I'll get it on there next week if we're lucky, and we'll turn it back to you, AG5XP.
Great signals all the way around. You're just one of them, Kenneth. Nice work on your part. Okay, let's talk to my other neighbor. Paul, talk to us. NEN.
Hello, Lynn. K5LYN from N5NEN. Paul, over here out on the road toward BK from Austin, about 12 miles upriver from Lynn. And I'm not sure how good I'm doing on this thing, but I'm running a rig that I really might have had if I upgraded from novice to general sometime early in my college days. I might have become a novice in 1963, but I didn't, although a friend wanted me to, and I just couldn't find the time around all of that to learn the code and all. But this is what I've got now. It's a Swan 350, about the second generation of it, about 65, and the Shure 444 mic, but it was actually, that's the same mic, but it's rebranded World Radio Laboratories. The amplifier is Heat Kit SB200, and I might be putting out 300 watts, maybe 350 right now, if I've got it tuned right. And it's going through a Drake MM2000 tuner to an inverted L, which is my 80-meter antenna for this radio. And that's all we got now. Yeah, Lynn, I really liked that trip to the Amazon. I loved your pictures. K5LYN from N5NEN.
Yeah, okay, Paul. I sure enjoyed your visit over here the other day. Glad you came by. We'll do that more often. You've done some very nice work on this station. You're talking big these days. Good to hear it. Okay, hey, KD5FX, David, talk to us.
Yes, good afternoon, or evening, I guess it is, everyone. This is KD5FX. The name is Dave. I'm located in a little town called Ponca City, Oklahoma. That's 464 miles north of Austin, Texas, for those of you who wanted to know. Tonight I'm on my new, to me, Hallicrafters SR400 Cyclone that just got last week. And it seems to be working good. You guys can tell me how it sounds. It's doing around 150 watts or so PEP. I've got a toner mic, that's just one of the mics I had that was already wired up that way. And using it tonight. The antenna is a cage dipole up there about 40 feet. And everybody is sounding really good up there in Ponca City. Lots of good propagation tonight. Over.
Well, hey, we need a picture of that. Send it to one of us, and we'll get it to the boss who records the net here. So that's a rare radio you got there. Over.
Okay, yeah, I can take a picture of it. Yeah, is your email address good on QRZ?
Yes, it is. Yeah, send it that way.
Okay, I'll do that. And somebody was talking about pictures of your Amazon trip. Where's that at? Is it on QRZ or what?
No, that was a long time ago. That was 25 years ago now, you know. And I've got a couple of pictures on my wall. I can send them to you. That's the best I can do. Over.
Oh, okay, that'd be fun to see. Yeah, that sounds like a whole story there. You could probably spend an hour talking about that and tell us all about it. Sounds very interesting. It sounds be a good subject for an extended bet some night. So with all of that, we'll say back to you and hope everybody has a great week. 85-6.
Yeah, that was 1,000 miles on the river from Leticia, Colombia to Manaus, Brazil, the 5K9 Amazon Queen. And we'll sure do some pictures there. Okay, let's see. What do I got here? K0IEI, Jim.
Good morning, Lynn and Lynette from Woodway. This is K0YEI. My name is Jim. Tonight we're running the Kenwood 530 with the Heil Sound 10.5 microphone. And I think that it gets that designation from the 10 cartridge that was quite famous back in the 60s or something like that. But anyway, the 530 is driving a Meritron AL80FB, which I picked up at Belton at the last Hamfest. Had little bias problems, so put a string of diodes together and put fixed bias on it, so I called an AL80FB, and that's running about 400 watts peak up into a dipole antenna, homebrewed, 61 feet each side of center, about 30 foot tall in the air. That's it from Woodway, K0YEI.
Nicely done. Okay, I'm going to pick up one more here, and then we're going to throw this either to Don or to Jay. Hey, KJ5GQ, I'm Barry. Bring us up to date.
Hey, good evening, Lynn. Thanks for picking me up, and good evening, everybody. This is Barry, KJ5GQM in Mason, Texas. And, tonight, I'm on the old reliable Drake TR3, the Franken Drake with the TR4 sideband filters in it. That wasn't really my plan tonight. I've been working on a TR4 that I've in a potential trade with Philip out in Franklin, Texas. I think he's listening tonight. 5AC. I can uphold my end of the bargain. We're going to make a trade with that TR4, but it wasn't quite ready for prime time tonight. So I'm on the old reliable barefoot MN2000 antenna tuner. Mic tonight is a Electro Void 610, and my usual antenna is the Instead half wave, about 20 feet up. The other thing I've got on the bench right now is a Collins R388 receiver that I'm working on, and may add that to my sort of 1950s station here soon. That's what's going on here, Lynn. Back to you.
Okay. Hey, I have something to give away, and you'll be the main man to take it if you're interested. I've got out in the garage a single sideband receiving adapter for free single sideband receivers, and if you can use it, well, let me know, okay?
Yeah, that might be interesting. What's the manufacturer?
Well, off the top of my head, I can't think of it right now. It might be ICO. It's one of those old companies, but it was rack mount, 19-inch rack mount piece, not very big and heavy.
Roger that. We'll be talking about it. Over.
Yeah, it's been in my garage too long. Needs some attention. Nicely done, Barry. You're still the only guy that's ever done that crystal filter switch out. So keep us posted on all those projects. Over.
Roger that. Roger that. Hopefully I'll have that TR4 up here running soon. It's getting pretty close, but it's quite a mess on the inside. Looks really nice on the outside. Kind of reminds me of some of the women I've dated over the years. Over.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. My experience with the TR4 was generally good, and I hope it's as good as yours with some of the women. Over.
Roger that. Thanks, Lynn.
All right. We'll be in touch. Okay. Don, I'm going to give it between you and Jay, and y'all can fight it out. W5DK brings us up to date. K5LYN, listen.
All right, thanks. I'm gonna let Jay pick it up. Go ahead, Jay, please. W5DK.
Oh, okay. Well, you can go if you want.
No, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Don. All right. Well, let me see. Well, go ahead, Don, and tell us what you got.
I have just a TR4, like was just mentioned. It's a trusty old dusty radio, working good. I got a T104 on it, and and it's driving an L4 amp. There's no B on that amp, and it's got a serial number 19. It's old and working good. Went through it and all that stuff, and I'm just using a resonant dipole at about 65 feet apex, and I'm in the hill country north of San Antonio, the pretty Spring Branch I call it. And everybody sounds good tonight. Back to you, JW5DK.
Okay, Don. Yeah, you're sounding good down here yourself. All right, folks, this is JKM5QS, and I'm on my trusty Kenwood stuff tonight. I'm talking into an MC50 going into a TS830S, and with the most of the available accessories behind that into a TL922 amplifier for the grand total of about 1,300 watts to a center-fed doublet, 260 feet in length, and that's about it. So, let me see. I got a couple people left on here. I'm not sure. AJ, did you want to, are you still listening? Do you want to contribute tonight, KD5AUU?
Oh, hey Jay. No, I'm just a listener. I don't have any vintage gear anymore. All I got is my Icon 7300, and as you all know, I'm operating remote from my hospital bed at Cypress Surgical Center, and enjoying the boat anchor net y'all carry on. KD5AUU remote.
All right. Well, when they turn you loose tomorrow, after they're sure you ain't leaking anywhere you ain't supposed to, you're going to enjoy it a lot better. I went through that procedure about 15, 20 years ago, and it's a miracle. Anyway, have a good evening, sir. All right, KD5 CDG, George. Well, George may have had to run down to the bodega for a frosty beverage or something there. Who knows? Let me see. Don't have anybody else on the list except for Rusty, WK5R, and we'll pass it around in a little bit. And in the meantime, is there anyone else out there that hadn't checked in yet for the Boat Anchors Unlimited coming out? Was that somebody out there? Check-ins for the boat anchors coming out.
Kilo 5 Delta Hotel Echo.
Delta Hotel Echo. Go ahead, Jim.
Yes, sir. Tonight we're talking on our little FT897, and we don't have a boat anchor set up right now. I've run out of room on my desk, and we're using the little 897, and it's got a SP200 afterburner on it, and the tuner is a Heathkit SA2040 tuner. It's a great little tuner. I love it. And the antenna is a Buxcom up about, I don't know, maybe 38 to 40 feet, something like that. And that's the whole setup this evening, and everybody sounds really good. The band seems to be extra quiet tonight. This is K5DAC, and Jay, your signal's really strong.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, it's amazing what an extra hour of nighttime will do for the band. We got so used to the afternoon static, I guess, but you're sounding good this evening. Thank you for checking in, sir. Anyone else for the net? Come now. Ooh, he's pretty light. Can anyone else copy in?
I could barely hear KD5 something, brother. That's I don't think I do too well, Jay.
Okay, sir, you're hard copy, but go ahead and tell us who you are and your call sign and what you got and all that stuff, and somebody will hear you.
Stable for BBM with a TR4 and transmitting in an inverted speed at 30 feet of India.
Well, I thought I heard KD7, Jay, but that's all I got.
Delay?
Go ahead.
That's KD4 BBN, over.
Oh, okay. Where's he located? Back east somewhere?
Kenny, Texas, over. I heard he had a TR5, that's what I heard. Yeah, that's my buddy Steve up in McKinney. He's trying to check in with a TR4 that I reworked. Had some HOA antenna issues.
Oh, I understand. Okay. What was his call sign again?
So, Delta 4, Bravo, Bravo, November.
Okay. All right. Well, I got him on the list, and maybe he'll get his issues fixed up, and next time we'll hear him a little better. HOAs, terrible. I can think of no, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, thank you, sir, for checking in, and maybe we'll get it a little better next time. Anyone else for the net? Come now. Jim, what you got?
Just put me in for the count, brother.
All righty, thank you, sir. Okay, anyone else out there for the net?
Alpha Foxtrot 5 Bravo India.
Go ahead, James.
Hello, Jay, and everybody on the net. This is James, and you've already... I'm talking on a Kenwood 950 going through a Ameritron 811A, going through a night Viking tuner up to a 80 and 40 meter dipole about 30 feet in the air. Guess that's about it, Jay. Back to you. AF5BF.
All right, James. Thanks for checking in. All right, let me see here. Let me see if I can't find a couple more, I'll turn it over to Don, and we'll go from there. Anyone else? Well, before I pass it along, I do have some boat anchor items for sale. Hopefully reasonably priced. I have a beautiful Drake L4B amplifier. It works exactly like it's supposed to. Not a scratch on it that I can find. I'd take $1,100 for it if you pick it up at my house. $1,200 if I meet you halfway somewhere, and we can go from there. I'm good on QRZ, and for my email, Kilo Mike 5 Quebec Sierra @outlook.com. I also have a couple of Swan transceivers. I have a Swan 500 with speaker power supply and a Swan 500 CX with the speaker power supply. $400 each for those two setups. And you can reach me the same way. KM5QS, send me an email. I would give my telephone number, but the Medicare salespeople have my phone totally messed up. So there's no guarantee you could get through. Okay. Don, W5DK, you want to take a few? Ready? WK5R. Rusty, you want to take something?
Okay. Thank you, Jay. This is WK5R, and you're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. And I'm running my usual FTDX pin, the Tascam TN70 Dynamic Studio broadcast mic. And I'm driving my homebrew GS35B amplifier, and I'm only tickling it at about 700 watts. going into a homebrew tuner that's in bypass, and that feeds the out through the coax out to a 4080 fan dipole hanging in a tree because my tower, as y'all know, is still on the ground. With that, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Anybody anywhere? You do not have to be on a Boat Anchor to check in as long as you see what we're doing. Anybody else for Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. I heard somebody try it again. I heard something with a November and a 5 in it. Try it one more time. I guess that station is having some kind of difficulty there. Maybe they'll get it fixed there. Anybody else to the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray.
Okay, I had 2 there. I didn't get the second one, but go ahead, Byron.
Yeah, Rusty, good evening. And hello to everybody else on the net tonight. Everybody's coming in pretty good. Oh, I'm illegal, not on a boat anchor tonight, just testing out this ICOM IC745. I got it belting the last belting and wanted to see how it's working. Maybe get a recording from Matt there tonight, listen to it, see how it sounds. Running it barefoot and barefoot into the old inverted V up by 35 feet. Hope everybody's enjoying fall now that it's finally got here. And we'll see everybody on down below. Back to you, Rusty, WA5EDX.
All right, that 745 sounds fairly decent. It's got a little bit of popping on the microphone there, like it needs a windscreen or something. But other than that, the tone is good. I appreciate you checking in. Okay, the other station that tried to check in, come again.
Yeah, this is KD5AUU. The name is KJ, Rusty, and I was on a while ago and James pulled me up, but I guess I do qualify since I'm talking on an ICOM 7300, but I'm running through a Dentron Super Tuner Plus, which I guess does qualify as a boat anchor. And then I'm talking on a 500 amp solid state amp and running it into, amazingly, a little long wire antenna. It's called a small chorus long wire antenna, which is configured like an inverted V, has a 9-to-1 at the feed point and a ground or counterpoise on the other side, and that's what I'm talking on. And I'm actually talking on all of that from my telephone remote.
KJ, yeah, good to see you down there at Belton this last time around there, and that's it sounds pretty good there. I think you got it set up right. Appreciate you checking in there. And that's an interesting antenna. Okay, anybody else to the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. November 0, Oscar Romeo Uniform. Go ahead, sir. Okay, hadn't heard one of those in a while. The Tempo 2020. Where are you located? Roger, Southwest Iowa. Well, you're making a trip down here to Northeast Texas. I appreciate you checking in there, and been a while since you heard of 2020. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you later. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Ask him how much he wants for that Tempo 2020. That was my first ham radio, and I'm still looking for another one.
Roger, roger. All right. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now. Well, that sounds like all we're going to get. K5LYN. Back over to you there, Lynn. WK5R.
Okay, Rusty, nice to hear you this evening. Here's K5LYN on the Collins S line. Anybody else want to talk vintage radio or tell a story about a radio that you've got that you keep because it was part of a good story? Anybody out there want to do that? I'm listening. Well, we might have covered the territory then. I guess we can go around the table one last time and see if anybody else has anything they want to add. And that includes a buy-sell trade of a vintage radio related. And failing that, we'll be back here next week again to enjoy this long, quiet, beautiful conditions we have here on 80 meters now that it's dark. Any comments from you, Jay? Over to you, K5LYN.
Okay, Lynn. No, it's band conditions are really nice this evening. Most everybody was coming in just fine, and I'm sure the ones that didn't, maybe we'll get them a little better next time. But yeah, it's been pretty good this evening. Is there anyone out there we've missed that would like to contribute to the net tonight? Come now. Here go Perry. I was wondering where you were. Go ahead, sir.
Well, I've been listening, and I got over here on the workbench, got to move around. All of a sudden realized, well, heck, I didn't check in. I got a radio warmed up and not used it. Anyway, we've got a regular kind of useful stuff here. The SB401 transmitter and the SB303 receiver. And we're going through the SB220. I'm not doing very much. It's bouncing around quite a bit. I got this thing, radio packed on the other end. They don't want to have for anyway, that's the story. I'll catch everybody down the page. Thanks for getting me in, Jamie. Girl, you go.
Perry, really good to hear from you. And band conditions are better this time of night. Maybe the Orange Man will tell us we don't have to change our clocks anymore. We don't have to worry about that. But who knows? We'll see. All righty. Thank you, Perry. Appreciate it. Anyone else for the boat anchors? Come now. WK5R, it's your turn to try again and wrap it up, I guess. KM5QS, back to Rusty.
All right, Jay. Well, this is WK5R, and this is the last call for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before we shut her down. Anybody else want to check in? Come now.
Check, WA5EDA.
Yeah, go ahead, Byron.
Say, who was that broke in there and was asking about possibly wanting a tempo 2020? I have a couple around here.
That was KJ, KD5AUU.
Yeah, are they in working condition?
Don't get me to line. I'd have to check them out. Make sure, see what's going on. But are you good on QRZ?
Roger, roger.
KD5AUU, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I'll keep you in mind. Maybe I can get around to checking them out and get you one ready at least by the next Belton.
All right. Well, maybe we can talk a deal. Let me know what you got, and we'll talk.
Yeah, they're good cosmetically, but I haven't tested them in a long, long time.
Roger, roger. Okay. I'm interested.
Okay, no. We'll talk later on down the mall.
Okay. Anybody else want to check in before we shut the door? Come now. Anybody pick up that station? I guess not. All right, we appreciate everybody checking in. This is WK5R, now closing this section of the Boat Anchors Unlimited net at 8:05 and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5R.